Oh no, the Trek Emonda ALR4 has got a front puncture. Just changed my front tyre, got a damn cat head thorn stuck in it. It's a lot harder to do than a mountain bike, which I've done before. So I'm glad I have my little kit here. That's got 2 tubes in there and a pump and 2 tyre levers. Glad I had that with me. So always have at least 1 spare tube and a pump when you're out riding. So I'll have to cut my ride short, but at least I've learned how to change a tyre now. It's a lot thinner and fiddlier than a mountain bike tyre. So this is my handy spare parts kit. It's the same size as a large drink bottle. Got this off eBay. So I'll just open it up. It's got a zip there. It just fits 2 spare inner tubes. So I've used my other spare today. Just info about the inner tubes. And it's got a little zipped compartment here. Got my little trusty Bontrager air support, cool little pump, it's quite small, and 2 tyre levers. So I wouldn't recommend going anywhere really without 2 inner tubes, a pump and 2 tyre levers. Other tools like screwdrivers and spanners and things are useful, but this is the bare basics because you never know when you're going to get a puncture. And my bike's got quick release front and rear wheels, so to get the wheels off you don't need any tools. So basically that's what you need. While we're here, these are Presta valves. They're skinnier than the normal car type ones that most bikes have. So to pump it up you've got to take the little cap off, and then this top section here you need to unscrew that a little bit, and if it's pumped up just give it 2 little presses to make sure that that is loose. So once this little tip's loose, this Bontrager one, it's only for these Presta type valves. Make sure you have the right pump for the right valve. So then you just screw this bit on here. I'm going to try and find the puncture in this and then repair it. So to take it off, you unscrew your pump. And then this little end bit here, it's got to be screwed back in. You've got to do it quickly because it releases air. So screw that little tip in and then pop the rubber cap back on. So to find the puncture you just need to put the inner tube in a bowl of water and watch for the air bubbles. Murphy's Law would be the last bit. There's the problem. It's a very slow leak just near the valve. You can see the bubbles there. So you just roughen up the area with a steel little bit here. You want to put some glue there and then put the patch on.
So you just take the silver part off.
So you want to make it firmly on there. You want to press it down, preferably with something quite heavy, and leave it for a while so the glue totally dries. And don't peel this clear stuff off until the patch is completely dried to the tyre. Sometimes I even just leave this bit on, because if you peel it off it might pull the patch off as well. With the Trek road bike I was rushing to do it at the side of the road. The light was fading so I didn't get a chance to film changing the inner tube. So my trusty Apollo mountain bike needs new tyres. The tread's wearing a bit. It's getting a bit thin. Plus they've got very tiny cracks in the sidewall here. And these tyres are at least 3 years old, probably more like 5+ years old. So if these cracks split on a mountain bike ride, you can have a tyre failure, so it's a good idea to change them. So I'll show you how to change the tyres in the tube. If you're getting new tyres, it's worthwhile getting new inner tubes as well. So I've got 2 there, and then I'll just keep these inner tubes that are in here just as a spare. So I've got some Bontrager connection trail mountain bike tyres, 26-inch diameter, and the tools here are 15mm spanner to take off my back wheel, front wheel's quick release, and I just need some tyre levers. So let's get going. So before you take wheels off, you have to learn how to loosen your brakes. So this Apollo's got V brakes, so you just sort of squeeze them a bit. Again, it's hard to do it one-handed. Get that bit out, so your brakes are just free. With the Trek's brakes, you just have this little lever here, rotate that upwards, and it just keeps those pads away from the wheel to give you more clearance to take the wheel off. So every bike's a little bit different. You just got to check with your manual how to loosen your brakes. Quick release is quite easy. You just simply rotate that lever 180 degrees, loosen the other side, and the wheel should pop out. Next trick's to let the tyre down. Unscrew your valve cap. If you've got a flat tyre, your tyre will be flat already. But same principle on replacing this, so just push that little nipple in the middle. This one's a Schrader or a car type of valve. You've got a Presta valve like the road bike. You loosen the little end like I showed earlier in the video. And all the way down. Next job is to get the tyre off. You can either use your hands or a tyre lever, so tyre levers, just pop it in like that, click it on, get a little bit more, click it on, once you've got a bit of it off, you can just nudge that tyre off. Once you've got one side off, you can just pop it off. Now if you've had a puncture, just check in here to make sure there's nothing stuck. And check inside here, make sure there's no thorns, glass, foreign bodies, anything like that. So you normally just swap out the inner tube, but I'm going to be replacing the whole locks and changing the tyres as well. Just a thing with a lot of tyres, these ones have it, they've got a direction indicator. So you've got to make sure that rotates like that, so that's the bike there. Front wheel, back wheel. So just make sure you put it on the right way. with the front wheel, the little sensor there for the speedo, it's got to go on the right fork, so the wheel goes like that and the tyre goes like that, so just keep that in mind. And just before you put the new inner tube in, it's good to inflate it a bit and then deflate it a bit. Just gives it a bit of shape if it's got a bit of air in it. And let it go a little bit. Good trick is where your pressure reading recommendation is, inflate to 40 to 65 psi, put that where the valve is. So I'm going to put the valve where that pressure indicator is. Just makes it more convenient when you're filling it up. You've got your pressure recommendation right next to where the valve is. Good pro tip. So just remember your direction indicator. Tyre's got to be rolling this way. Work out which way your wheel's got to go. My little sensor's on the right fork. So it's got to go like that. It's a pain if you connect it the wrong way. Another trick I like to do is put the valve through the hole and then just screw your valve cap on a little bit. Doesn't have to be all the way. Just stops that coming out. And I'll try and just use your hands only. Just put one side of the tyre on the rim. That last bit's going to be a bit tricky. Careful not to pinch that inner tube. Almost got it on there. Just want to take your time and not wreck the inner tube or damage something. Mountain bike tyres are a bit easier because you've got more to grab, more to fiddle with. Get it on, so you want to make sure it's on properly. Before you inflate it, make sure it's on properly so nothing's going to get in the way. I'm going to pump this up to about 50 psi. So we used off-road. Floor pump with a gauge is really good for at home, but if you're on the trail or the street, you'll have to use a little pump. Just have a look, make sure it's seated on properly. Put the valve cap back on. The back wheel is a little bit more complicated. Just got to go to your highest gear, your fastest gear, which is the smallest cog at the back, biggest cog at the front. And then you just have to take the wheel off. So the Trek's got quick release front and rear. The Apollo's got a spanner for the back, quick release for the front. So I always keep a 15mm spanner with me. Loosen those nuts. I've loosened the brakes already. A little bit messier. Just got to lift the chain off the cassette. Move this bit like that. I'll have to fiddle with that a bit. Chains off. Just be careful with the derailleur, don't bend it the wrong way, don't bend it too much. Once you got the back wheel off, similar thing to the front. Watch your direction. Make sure you put the valve where it's got the pressure indication. And watch which side the cassette's on when you're installing everything and working at your direction.